Welcome to the Brown Couch. I'm your host, Smith.
And I am Zoe.
And this is episode 15. And finally, dry January's over. No more shitty mood, you know. We out here, up and up, drunk and fucked. Anyways, we're drinking today. We're gonna see what we can talk about. So, what's your week been, man?
My week was fantastic. I got to support my friends in their Lunar New Year Asian themed show.
Oh, is the New Year already happened?
I'm not sure when it actually is, but
Okay.
it just landed on the weekend, so that's when they were going to do
It's probably soon.
Yeah, it is soon. And they had free snacks that you could try. They played mini games. One of my friend's fiancés, like I said last time, came in to the United States, and we took him to his first American drag show there, and we volunteered him to go on stage for one of the contests. He had to put a rice cracker on his head and eat it without using his hands. There were 3 contestants, and he ended up winning.
Nice.
Yeah, free shot. And then for the pageant, we didn't win, but Robin DeCulture is now your new Miss South Bend 2024.
Who's that?
Robin DeCulture.
I was like a guy that participated.
I think they're non-binary.
Okay, great.
So, yeah. But, yeah, so congratulations to them. And that's pretty much it. How was your week?
It was good, man. Like I said, dry January is finally over. Pulled through it somehow. Finally, the weather's good outside, you know. Sun is out. Gray clouds are gone. About fucking time. I matched with this girl on Bumble, and we had pretty good conversation, and I asked her out on the date, right? And she never replied. Like, actually, she replied. First, I was like, oh, I don't know all these options, but I don't know what to choose. And she was like, oh, like, she likes live music, right? So I was like, I don't know anything about live music, but if you know a spot, let me know. And then she sent me like a website to go to. I chose that event from that website, right? And then she just never replied. I was like, okay, well, fuck.
You said live music or loud music?
Live music.
Oh, okay. I was like, what does that mean, loud music? She just likes the music to be very high in volume?
No, she likes live music. But, so this is what happened. So I matched with her. The next day she messages me, right? Because it's on Bumble, they have to message first. So she did that. And we were talking through the day. And one thing I've learned, like, through Instagram, I guess, is, like, to ask out the woman as soon as you can. Like, once you feel a little vibe, ask her out. So I did that at the end of the day. Like, same day, right? I'm wondering if I fucked up there. Like, asking her, I wonder if I asked her out too soon.
Like, asked her, like, to date or asked her to hang out?
To go on a date.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck did I do wrong. Because she was giving me really good replies and shit, too.
Yeah. I mean, how did you ask her? Because let's get real.
No, it's just like, how about this at this spot? You know?
Oh, okay.
But we were talking for a while, and I haven't got replies like this from a woman before. And she was actually cute. Mm-hmm. That's the wild part. Mm-hmm. Usually Bumble be showing me like some fucked up
grenades.
shit.
We call those grenades.
Fuck, dude. The algorithm got me fucked up. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm still holding on to hope that she'll reply.
It happens to men too, gay men. There's been situations where like guys will message me like through my social media and like whatever, like not even on the apps, and I'll be like, what? Like, there's no way that this guy's like interested in me, and like we'll talk for a while, and then like all of a sudden it'll just stop, and I'm like, I feel like I'm just boring, which is crazy because like I'm doing like so much, but like at the end of the day, like my personal time is just very like video games, scary movies, and just being lazy. And like that doesn't really fly with people.
No, also the thing is, I think they probably have other options. So like they're probably putting us on a back burner or just like forgetting about us, you know. Because on the Bumble, I'm sure there's like 50 guys this girl matches with, or the guy you're talking about, they match with, and they're just like, oh, this is just one of the fish that I'm feeding. If it bites, it bites.
And you're hungry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, it goes both ways.
For
I
sure.
do the same thing. So,
But I mean, I don't have that many options.
well,
Fuck.
you can't win them all, brother.
I was like, fuck. I had this one option. What did I do?
This one option for the first time in like months.
Fuck. God damn it. All right. But talking about that, man. How you feel about astrology signs?
Um, it's interesting because a lot of people that are on the apps are into astrology.
Yeah, we have to list our fucking the sign too.
Yeah, it's like part of the bio. It's just
Right.
like, oh, by the way, I'm a bottom for compatibility, but also a feisty Scorpio. And I'm like, okay. But I got into astrology through somebody that I dated. They were so into it. Like they would just guess people's signs and like half the time they would be right. Um and that's I don't know. It just caught my interest because I was like, wait, I can guess what somebody is
Yeah.
like based on their personality traits and like stuff like that. So I don't take it too seriously, but it is like fun to play around with.
I think it's interesting because on what you said, like if when you tell someone what your sign is, they're like, "Oh, I knew it. I knew that was your
Or
sign.
they're like,
I thought
makes sense.
so. That makes sense." And then they list all the fucking bullshit.
Sounds just like you.
Oh my god! Like one of our friends does that shit. I know.
Which one? Is it a boy or a girl?
The boy.
A boy? Does it start with a C?
Yeah.
uh,
I'm like, yeah, sure. You fucking know everybody's. But
wait, what is your sign?
it's the Gemini.
I could have smelled it from a mile away. No, I was kidding.
No.
That means we're
Shit.
really close. Okay,
dude.
yeah.
Yours is like a few days before mine.
Yeah.
But let me see. Gemini, Pisces moon, Scorpio rising, or whatever the fuck that means. But on the app, the pattern. Some like honestly, dude, I almost didn't believe in this shit for a minute, but now I'm like, I go back and forth with it for sometimes.
Okay, so read it, and then I'll tell you if I can see that in you.
Okay, one of the things because it describes a lot about me.
Well, see, that's why I did a quick Google search, Mama.
Okay, so it says like I'm an overgiver on my instincts, right? It says I'm overgiver or shut down. Um, right here. You're idealistic and have the capacity to truly help people. You can take on the burden for others, and any sacrifice is worth it. There's a sense that you're here to be of service to others. You're willing to endure harsh circumstances for greater good and have the discipline, drive, ambition, and selflessness to really make a difference. Alternatively, when you're struggling, you might feel judged for being sensitive and unable to let yourself be vulnerable. You could put up walls and take on tough patterns. No, take on a tough persona. You may become depressed and shut yourself off from all that you're feeling. In this case, you may appear to be insensitive or cold, or you may lack boundaries and chase lost causes to take on too much. Becoming a martyr. But whatever you do, it rarely feels like enough and you feel inadequate, and blame yourself for not giving more.
Oh, see? They said that you're the sacrificial lamb, you're a bitch because you're sensitive, and willing to take the punches for other people. Do you feel like that's accurate?
Yeah, pretty much.
And also, let's give it up for you reading that in English. Wow.
That must have been a
Wow.
struggle.
Oh, okay. So I'm a Taurus
Okay.
with a Libra moon, and this quick search says I can be described as introverted, balanced, cooperative, and pleasant. The Taurus moon, Libra moon personality is the most stubborn of all the zodiac signs. They always put others first, but all they need is someone to return the favor and make them a priority. So,
I feel like what you read, it's like what I read. It has like the both the rising and the moon or whatever. What you read was pretty general with
yeah.
Tauruses, right?
Well, with Libra moons and
Oh, it had both of that.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But
Okay,
that wasn't all like
deep.
all craziness like what you said.
Now I see what you're saying though. I like the. I see what you're saying.
I think the most common thing is like every time somebody finds out I'm a Taurus, they're like, "Oh, so like you're stubborn."
Hmm.
But I feel like I fit a lot of the descriptions, like the generalization of a Taurus. Like, I'm laid back. I love food, obviously. Um, and I am stubborn. I don't like change, which is like I got that like under control a lot after the whole 2018 situation. I really like got to see from the outside looking in, like, girl, simmer. But other than that, like whatever. I don't know. I like to judge people based on you know whatever astrology sign they are.
Hmm. Sometimes I wonder, like, I like I like reading this stuff, right? Kind of gives me like a kind of gives me like a comfort and feeling like this is not under my control. Like this is just the stars for some reason.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
people
know.
that do that.
I
They're
don't know
like,
why.
sorry, I'm such a CUNT.
Yeah.
I'm an Aries. That's what we are.
I mean, it just seems there's some of these things it's saying are like why does it feel so accurate? But then I wonder if like they say these things about everybody and everybody feels the same way in a way. Like on Facebook when you like see like some status like someone's written, I'm like, wow, I've been feeling like this before. Like I've felt that before. And like there's no original thoughts. Everybody's felt something that you've been felt or like or you're gonna feel,
Yeah. Girl, you hit the nail on the head.
which is interesting. So I'm like wondering if like any of this shit is true.
Hmm.
But then again, if you think about it, the sun is a huge fucking entity, right? Like it's a big ball. A lot of
And
energy coming out of it.
she's a star.
Yeah, a lot
Give it
of
up for Sun.
with so much energy coming out of it, right? And then in the stars, they're also just as huge as the sun, if not bigger. And they got energy coming off of it. So I'm like, maybe we are influenced by the fucking stars. Who the fuck knows?
I think it goes into like energies.
Yeah, like you were saying, like energy like affect people.
Yeah, I believe in energies.
So maybe astrology, like even if God may not be real, like astrology signs may. I don't know. In India, they match people's stars before they get married. So like if you get arranged married or like even if it's a love marriage where like you choose the partner, um, like people, we have these we have these sheets of paper that has like basically our I don't know what to say it Kundali is like the word
What'd you call me?
Kundali, but I don't know what the word like what it translates to. So like that when two families meet, they try to match those kundalis, right? And if it matches, then they get married. But if something's off, the priest is like, "Oh, you gotta do this, this, and this to make the kundalis match."
Hmm.
Like feed 1,000 people, or like go to the temple 1,000 times, or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, so it's like a game of Dungeons and Dragons.
I guess I don't know,
Oh, okay.
but
Sign me up. Speaking of marriages, I wanted to ask you if you like ever heard of ghost marriages.
oh no, no, what is that?
So I was listening to this podcast about like the darkest things found on the internet because I'm crazy. And there was a case where a woman was involved in a ghost marriage after her death. So I guess in some cultures, they will marry one of their dead relatives to another dead body from another family because some of them believe that if you die before you get married, you're going to spend the rest of your afterlife alone. So they'll marry your corpse to another unwed corpse so that you'll have somebody to be with after death.
Hmm.
And there's certain situations where they'll believe that in seniority, if there are siblings, the oldest one has to get married before the second one gets married. And then the last one. You see what I'm saying? So if the oldest brother or sister dies before they're married, they have to marry their dead kid to somebody so that their second son or daughter can marry while they're alive.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like some rule. Now, this is where it gets dark. So, like every country or place has some sort of like gang or
Gangs.
yeah, gangs or like mafia or something like
Yeah.
that. Well, they found out about the families buying these dead bodies to marry their, deceased relatives. So they started kidnapping corpses.
Oh man.
But then it got to the point where they were kidnapping women while they were alive and murdering them to
Oh
sell them because the fresher the body was, the higher the price was.
wow.
And then it got to a point where they would make it where like they would already poison the woman, so she was already going to die, so her body would be super fresh.
So they'll kill him like when she had time, and they'll kill him.
Yeah, so like if you paid like a super huge amount of money, then you would know that the bride was going to be like super fresh.
Just dead
Like she was
yesterday.
still alive as they were talking, and then she's dead by the time that she sold.
Wow.
Lord have mercy.
Dude, humans will find a way to make money, baby.
They had tiers. They had like fresh, dead for a few weeks to a few months, and then I think they called them like dry skins or something, where they were dead like longer than just a few
I
months.
wonder how many people got caught, like rich people, that tried to do that and got caught.
Well, it became so popular that people would bury their relatives with CCTV cameras
Oh shit.
so that they could see if somebody was robbing
Where was
their
this?
relatives' graves. I believe China.
Okay.
So I'm just not sure what time frame because I don't think that it's a very popular thing to do now, if at all. But nothing surprises me anymore. So
Oh, this reminds me of, right, as we were talking about the Kundalis, right? This reminds me that if the two Kundalis don't match, right, and the priest determines that the woman's Kundali reads that her first husband is gonna die, the priest tells the woman to like marry like an animal or something. So like
also they're
instead of
turning into Southern Americans.
no, so like
Oh,
I don't know about that. I don't know what Southern Americans do, but
hillbillies.
huh? No, I'm saying like they'll make like the woman marry the animal, so like the animal dies first instead of their actual husband that they supposed to marry.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Okay.
So and then after the animal's dead, I guess they'll marry. They'll actually get married to the person.
So
Like
it's
they don't have marital like things like the goat, like let's say the animal and the wife. They don't like do marriage shit, but it's just to get rid of that bad karma or whatever.
the juju.
Yeah.
So like it's almost like Final Destination where they escape death, but they still end up dying in the same order they would have died in the accident that they escaped. So they're kind of like trying to intercept their husband's death by having this animal die first.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Because like the priest thinks like their destiny reads that her first husband is gonna die. So they're like, oh, instead of the husband dying, let's just marry like this animal to the woman, and now that's her first husband or whatever,
Which would be a goat.
or whatever,
Oh my god, if
or a
his name
dog,
was Billy.
or dog, or
Or a dog.
yeah. But that's interesting. I knew this stuff, but like I haven't talked about it in a minute. But talking about all this death shit, would you rather know when you would die or how you would die?
How?
How? Okay.
Because no. So if you knew how you were gonna die, you would just be traumatized and afraid of everything. But if you knew when you were gonna die, at least you would be like, okay, well, like I'm dying tomorrow, but I don't know how. So I guess that would also be
No,
that
because
also throw you into some panic.
I feel like if you knew how you would die, you would focus more on not doing that thing. Like you would do everything to not do that thing. But if you knew when you were gonna die, there's nothing you can do. You can't like stop time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's the thing. No matter what you do, that's how you're going to die.
No, that's what?
Because
Like if you know when you're gonna die?
no, if you know how you're gonna die,
Yeah, for sure. So even if like you keep worrying about it, that's exactly how you're gonna die. So you would still be worrying about it, you know.
yeah,
So now like your life is fucking hell.
exactly.
But like if you knew when you were gonna die, you would be like, all right, so I know I'm gonna die. I don't know how, but I know this is the date, so might as well live my fucking life how I'm gonna live it.
It's a lose-lose situation now.
I would do so much wild shit if I knew when I was gonna die instead of how.
So you would prefer to know when?
Yeah,
Okay.
because then I could fucking go jump off a cliff because I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna die today. It's not. I'm gonna die like whatever date it was, you know.
Yeah. But then like what if you jump off a cliff and you end up surviving and then you're just paralyzed for the
That's
rest of
for
your life?
life.
Oh my god.
And then you die because one of the fucking plugs came unplugged at the
Yeah.
hospital.
The nurse accidentally gives you the wrong medicine or
Goodness.
yeah. So
Man, yeah, that's. I would like to know when I would die instead of how.
I would like to know I
It's a
guess I
hard
would
one.
like to know when too.
Yeah.
If I knew how I was gonna die, I would just cry and never leave the house, and then
You try.
come to find out I died in a house fire anyways.
Or like fucking you left the
Electrical
gas on or some
fire.
shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Somebody left the car running in the garage.
Man. I guess we already talked about ghost marriages. But on a lighter note, on a note about living.
Yeah. We talk about death a lot. It's crazy.
Shit. How do you feel about spending time in nature, man? You like spending time in nature? Or you rather just be at home?
Uh I like a balance of both. Because like I said, I like to escape um world stress, life stress in fantasy with video games or, stuff like that. But it's also good to kind of escape that mindset, like if you're in nature. So I guess it just depends on the weather too.
Yeah.
I don't like a humid day out. I'll be miserable.
But I mean, that's just part of being outside. I mean, I guess you can always watch the weather and leave like accordingly.
Hmm.
But um, that camping trip we did, like the first year that we were friends or whatever, 4 years ago, whenever that shit was great, dude. I
Yeah.
still cherish that moment. I just wish I wasn't that as drunk as I was that on that trip, but it's
Oh, I
fine.
wouldn't change a thing.
I feel like I was too drunk that day.
I remember exactly where I blacked out, exactly where I woke up. We were we were walking away from we were walking towards the street like leaving,
Yeah,
and that's what the last thing I remember. Isn't that crazy?
shit. Now I feel like back then my thing was start drinking until you're fucking unconscious. Now I think differently, but
Yeah, for
now I want to
sure.
like remember the moments, because I'm like this is precious.
You just want to be you want to have like a light buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but I enjoy time in nature, dude. Like sometimes the four walls in the house they get pretty boring, you know.
But it's such a beautiful color.
Still, like I, it's just about. I usually like so I plan to go out often, right, to shoot or whatnot. But when it's time to leave, I'm like I don't want to go. I'd rather just sit here comfortably, watch TV or whatever. But then I press myself to go. I'm like, come on, man, it's for the business. It's you have to go no matter what.
Hmm.
You'll and then like after I do it, I feel better. Like I got it done, even if I was cold and miserable.
As Jeff Props would say, get off the couch.
Right? Dude, it just feels better for some reason. It's just calming for some reason. Um, yeah, I like the birds, especially on a clear day. The sun is out, a nice sunset. Springtime and fall times are the best, especially like beautiful,
That's
beautiful views.
my favorite time to go out.
Dude, you definitely gotta come to us at the cabin this time. Let me go.
I went to the cabin last time.
To Kata's cabin?
Yeah. No, I didn't go there. I was thinking of the Hocking Hills trip.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. That was a good time too, dude. Like,
But
we didn't.
no, I'll
I
go to
guess we
Kata's
went
cabin.
to. We did hiking at the at the Hocking Hills, like the park.
Hmm.
That was good.
Yeah, I would do that all again. That was probably the most I've been outside all that year.
Shit. And
So
also remember that one time, like probably the first couple of years we were friends, we went to the Hocking Hills. Like we just like did a whole hike by ourselves.
yeah,
That was
just
good
doing
too.
some weird. Oh my
Right.
God! And then well, we didn't get lost. We walked too far and didn't realize that it's like another hour back.
Right. And we could have just driven there, dude.
Oh my
It
God! But it was fun.
was good. It
Um,
was cold. The
actually,
waterfall was icy.
actually, a year ago today, we were in Hocking Hills.
Mm,
My
yeah.
Snapchat just showed
Oh,
me.
Sunquait's birthday, right?
Hmm. When is his birthday?
Tomorrow. You got anything else you want to talk about, man?
Um.
What you got coming up?
Coming up, I feel like I'm going to be collaborating with another content creator. Um, I'm not really sure like what's going on with that, but I have a feeling that it's going to be like really fun, and hopefully it will be interesting to some other people out there to watch. Um, but other than that, I think that's it. I'm going to be hanging out with my friend and his fiance, kind of showing him around the state, and yeah, I'm just taking it chill. No pageants, no shows, no nothing.
Okay. Also, our mukbang reaction video is out. While when you watch this, it will be out on our channel, so go check that out.
안녕하세요, 수연, suyan.
I don't know. Oh, yeah,
Anyway,
oh, Sooyoung, oh,
Suyan,
the lady that we
Soyeon,
reacted
Soyeon.
to. I don't know what the other words meant, but okay. So go to check that out. Support our channel. Watch our clips on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, wherever you get your dopamine hits from. Um, and thank you for watching. I'm your host Smith.
남자.
See you on the next one.